Hello. Why we are using .NET? So with the help of .NET, what you can develop, what you can do in your future. So that
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain today. Okay. So I'm not going to discuss about the technical terms, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
just tell you about what is .NET. So how you are going
Okay.
to do with this one. So that thing I will tell you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So and may I know your background? I mean, what you are studying? What is your qualification? So I can
Currently,
go further.
I'm studying the Microsoft Dynamics AX.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
only course currently I'm studying.
Okay, fine. So,
So
no,
the
mm,
main purpose of learning .NET is to get some sharpened skills on the AX.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, first of all, we'll know what is .NET. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
just observe this one. So, why we are using .NET? So, why .NET present is came into the market? Okay. So, before it is
Mm-hmm.
not there. So, in 1990s, it is not there. It is introduced in 1998, the late in 1998 and 1999. So, before it is
Mm-hmm.
not there. So, before we
Mm-hmm.
used to use Java and all those things. Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
the Java is developed by Sun Microsystems, and the Microsoft has developed this .NET. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
here on the right side you can observe that one here we are having many different framework versions. Okay, beta
Mm-hmm.
version 1.0, 1.1. So these are the different .NET frameworks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so before
Mm-hmm.
it has released beta version, and for every year it is releasing a new framework versions. Okay, so it is
Mm-hmm.
having some fix-ups and all these things. So if any flaws are there in present system, present
Mm-hmm.
framework, they are just adding some patches to that one and releasing one more version. So now currently what we are using is framework 4.6. The
Mm-hmm.
current version whatever we are using, that is recently introduced in the market, is framework 6. That is the
Mm-hmm.
latest version of your .NET. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
first we'll see what is a .NET. So the
Mm-hmm.
main first, whenever you are learning anything, first you have to know what is that one. So if you know what is
Mm-hmm.
that and why you are
Mm-hmm.
using that, so then we can learn easily. So
Okay.
first we'll see what is .NET. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a framework tool.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing you have to know is .NET is not language. That is the main
Uh-huh.
thing. So if anyone asks
Mm-hmm.
you, do you know .NET language means, it's not a language. So the first you should aware of that. If you know that particular thing, it's not a language. So then you can go and you can do anything with this one. Okay. So it is a framework. It is a framework tool. So then what is a framework tool? If it is not a language, so it's a framework tool. So then what is the framework tool? Okay. So what is a framework tool means? It just creates the environment to develop any application in any language. Okay. Clear? Hello?
Yeah, clear. Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So it just creates the environment to develop the application. So here you can use a different language. That doesn't matter. Okay. That doesn't
Gotcha.
matter. And yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter whatever the language you are using, but I'll tell you what language you have to use. But what is the framework? The main motto of framework is you can use any language, okay, that supports that framework, and you can develop the applications over there. That is the framework tool. It just creates the environment. So what is the environment means? You can run the programs. So with the help of framework, you can run the programs. You can run your application. So that is your framework. Clear? So if you go into subject, then you can understand what is framework clearly. But what is
I,
framework means? It creates the environment to run the applications. So that is the framework. So similarly, we are having different frameworks are there. For Java, we are having JVM. So in that way, so we are having different framework. For .NET, we are using .NET framework. Okay.
yeah, good.
Now, yeah. So now it's a framework. So it supports the languages. So what language it is supporting? So now it's clear. So it's not a language. I'm not going to write any program with the help of .NET framework. So then what language I have to learn? So if I want to write the programs in .NET framework, so then what language I have to learn? So it supports different programming languages. Here we can say that it supports nearly 61 programming languages. We are having different languages, okay? So almost all 61 programming languages, whatever you write, that is run by this .NET Framework tool. So you can use anything, not one particular program. So for Java, we are having only Java programming language, but not for your .NET. So we can use 61 programming language. So that depends upon your application and whatever you want to use. So that language you can use. Okay. So now, so fine. So what is why .NET? So why we have to use .NET? So that's fine. Why? What is .NET means? So it supports different languages. It is a framework too. So everything is fine. But now why .NET? So why we have to use .NET? Okay. So it
Sudha,
supports. Yeah.
I have a question for you in the previous slide. What does PL mean?
What?
What does PL mean?
PL, programming language.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, language. It supports languages. That I said supports different languages, 61 programming languages, right? So I just used PL. That's a short form.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So why we have to use .NET means it develops the application in distributed environment. Okay. So what is distributed computing application? So what is distributed environment? So do you have any idea about that one? Distributed environment?
No idea.
No idea. So generally, if you have observed that, like uh, if you visit any supermarket or anything, so there you'll be having malls and all. You'll be having different builders, right? So number of builders will be there. So 7 to 8, depending upon the mall. You'll be having 10 billing counters or 20 billing counters or 5 billing counters. So billing counters are different, right? So each billing counter the same, the whatever the application they are using is same, but whatever the data they are entering, so how much you purchased, what is the amount you have to pay, so everything whatever they are entering, it is storing in one particular location. So all the 20 billing counters the people over there are entering are going to one place only, right? One database. Whatever the finally they have to store all the data into one particular place, but they are not using a single counter. They have distributed the application. So the same application they have used in different systems. They have used in different places. So that is called a distributed computing application. The best example and simple example. So you can use
Gotcha.
at multiple places. Okay, clear?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
clear.
that is, yeah. So in that way, that is one of the application of why we have to use .NET means one of the application. So one of the example for this one. So distributed computing application. So this is why we are using .NET. And now I said the .NET framework is, the .NET is framework tool, right? So without framework, can't we develop any application? Without framework. So .NET framework has introduced in 1999. The first framework has released in 1999. So before that one also we are having application. So without framework, is it not possible to develop the applications? Means as it's possible to develop the application without framework also. But it is having some advantages over that one. Okay. So before framework, what we have means, see this one, these are the basic languages, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran. So these are the languages used for these particular applications. So for COBOL, we can use business application. Pascal, we can develop mathematical application. Fortran, scientific applications we can develop. So these are the languages can be developed these type of applications. So then why we have to use this framework only? So without framework also, with the help of single programming language, so we are able to develop the application. So then why we have to have one framework and then we have to have a language? So it is doubling the burden, right? So first we have to learn the framework and we have to learn the language. So why we have to use the framework means, so here comes the answer. So just observe this one. In 1990s, we have that C language has introduced, right? So we can develop any type of application with the help of this C language. Okay. So then, what is the disadvantage of this C language? Okay. So it doesn't have GUI. So the main disadvantage of C language is GUI, graphical user interface. So do you know what is graphical user interface, normal user interface?
I think that's the interface that we see from the front end. The
Yes.
user sees, right?
Yes, that one. So the front end, whatever you are able to see, that front end is not available in your C language. So that is called your GUI. So and the security is not possible in C language, and reusability. So what is reusability? Have any idea about reusability of any programming language?
No idea, sorry.
No idea. Okay. So what is the reusability means here? Once I have written one type of code, something I have written, I need some application. So that application I have developed. Okay. So that I want to enhance it. Means I want to add some other application to that one. Some for one company I have developed one application. Okay. So that to that application I want to add few more things. So that depends upon the client and all. I want to add few more things. So now, what is the reusability means? The same thing I should not redevelop. Why? Because something I have developed, some part, A part I have developed, and now I want to add B part. So, what is reusability means? Without developing the part A, I should attach the part B to the part A. So, that is called your reusability. So, that is not there in your C language. So, what you have to do? You Any question?
No, I got you.
Okay. So now what is this in C? What is the disadvantage means? Again, you have to develop the part A code and then you have to develop the part B code. So whatever you have developed in part A, so that is wasted. So now you are not supposed to use that one. So that is waste piece of code. But you have spent a lot of time on that one and you have spent a lot of money on that one. So that is wasted now. So the reusability is not there. So once we are developing any application in any language, so what is the main thing is you should reuse that one. So definitely for any application, definitely you have to use different patches of code. Again, you have to add to that one. So that is if you observe that one, like if you observe any app, so any app in your mobile, so what you are doing, so for 2 to 3 months they are releasing the updates, right? So if you update your app, so you are using the same application in the same way, but the UI is going to change, or some functionalities are going to add, new functionality are going to add, right? So that is the reusability. What they are doing, they are not disturbing the previous one. If they are disturbing the previous one, you are unable to use the whatever the current version of your app you are having, that you are unable to use, right? So first, they should not destroy the first one. They have to add the new things. So that is reusability. So the best example is in your apps. So currently we are using one particular app. So it is having some functionalities. So if you get any update, so if you updated your app, what you will get, the same functionality you are able to use, and you are using the new functionalities whatever they have added. So that is the reusability. They are not redeveloping the entire application. They are just remodifying the application, reusing the previous application and adding some part of the application to that one. Clear that one? What is reusability?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So after that one, so it is a C is having these kind of disadvantages. So less security is there, reusability is not available, and GUI is not available. So now C++ has introduced. So after C, C++ has introduced. So it supports OOPS concept. So with the help of OOPS concept, the reusability is available. So whatever I said now, so whatever the application you are having present, adding the new application to that one. So that is the reusability. So that can be achieved with the help of C++. So whatever the disadvantage, yeah.
What is the meaning of OOPS?
Oops, that is the concept name. So if
Okay.
you enter into the .NET programming language, any programming language, so we are using C#. So at that time you can observe, understand that one.
Gotcha.
Object-oriented programming. Okay.
Okay,
So the
okay,
proof
okay,
of,
okay.
yeah, that is the concept. We will explain the concept. Okay. So that concept is introduced. So in C++ it is introduced. So reusability is also available. So it has overcome all the drawbacks of C. So whatever the CE drawbacks are there, so everything has overcome by C++. So then what is the disadvantage of C++ means? So in 1990s, internet has introduced. So at that time, it is unable to develop the internet application. So any website. So we need websites. So if you want to use any website, so definitely one application, one particular language has to develop the application. So C++ is unable to develop the application. So now we are using different website, right? For every company we are using different website. For each and every person we are using Facebook account. So for each and everyone we are using some internet apps and everything. So C++ is unable to develop that one. So that is not available in your C++. For that purpose, Sun company has introduced Java with JVM. So JVM means Java Virtual Machine. That is the framework for Java. And Microsoft has introduced .NET with framework. Okay. So why we have introduced the .NET means, so this is the history. So why we have to use the .NET. So the main thing, different applications which are having GUI interfaces and which can be developed, the web applications and all. So that is the purpose why we have to learn the .NET. Clear?
I got you. So now I have a small question. So what is the what is the share percentage between Sun and Microsoft when it's come to the same environment?
I didn't get you.
So what is the sharing percentage Sun versus Microsoft?
No,
What is the
sharing
market?
process.
No, I mean
Okay.
the market. I mean the market share. What is the market share?
What is the market share means before .NET only Java has introduced. Okay. So Java has occupied almost all 99% of the share market before the .NET has introduced. Why? Because all the facilities whatever we are having in .NET, so everything is present in Java. So before
Okay.
Java has, .NET has introduced, so almost all the companies they are using Java only. But now when the .NET has come into the market, so all the companies are going to shift. Okay, so now I don't know exactly, but 60% is for .NET and remaining 40% is for Java.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
But
not exactly.
Java is synchronized with all the Microsoft applications, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means it's
So and
compatible. It's working
yes.
compatible, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it is having more advantages. But
Mm-hmm.
Java people doesn't agree with .NET people. So
Mm-hmm.
what are the advantages of .NET over Java? So they don't agree. What they'll say, Java is the number one. So they don't agree. So even
Gotcha.
programmatically .NET people have proved them also. They don't believe it. They don't agree. They don't accept that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, fine. Okay, so these two, the present, we are having different languages and different framework also, but the topmost two are these two, Java and .NET. Okay, so
Gotcha.
now the main thing first we have to know. So what is a platform? The first thing we have to know platform. So I said distributed computing environment, right? So what is distributed computing environment? So to accept that one, to use that one, we need a platform. So what is a platform means? So the simple thing, combination of operating system and processor. Okay, so in one particular system, we use one operating system and the processor. So the main things are two, right? So one operating system, we use Windows 7 Intel processor, so dual core processor, something. So or else we use Windows 10, we'll use i5 processor we use. So different, that is different for each and every person, right? So according to my requirements, I use i5 processor. According to other person requirement, they use i3 or something else. Okay, so that is different. I can use Mac OS or other operating system. So these two are, the combination of these two is called platform. So what is the platform of your system? So what is the platform of your laptop means? So these two, the combination of your processor and the operating. So what is the operating system you are using and what processor you are using? These two is called your platform. Okay, so now here comes the two things, platform dependent and platform independent. Okay, so what is platform dependent and platform independent, right? Okay, so what is platform dependent means, so just consider that I'm using the Windows 7 operating system and i3 processor I'm using. So now I have developed one application, the entire application I have developed. Okay, so I'm a developer, I'm developing the application. So at the end of the day, what I have to do, I have to give to my client. So someone has asked me to develop the application, so I have developed the application. Now I'm giving the application to that particular person. So now I have developed with Windows 7 and i3 processor. So my client, so who has given me the application, in his system, he also has to the same configuration. He should have the same configuration, that is the same Windows 7 and the i3 processor. So that is called the platform dependent. So means if he is using any other operating system or he is using any other processor, the application doesn't work. So that is called the platform dependency. Clear what is platform dependency?
Pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So .NET is a platform independent. So even the other processor is using i5 processor or dual core processor or any other processor, and he is using Mac OS or Unix or Linux, whatever he is using, that doesn't matter. So once I have developed in my environment, the application I have developed in my environment and I have given to my client, so it works there without having any errors and without having any issues. So that is platform independent. So yeah, .NET is a platform independent. The framework has built in such a way that you can use anywhere in any environment. So even you can change your operating system or you can change your processor. So that doesn't matter. So that is platform independent. So .NET is a platform independent. So that is the main thing why it is growing day by day. So why the people are using these applications means because of this particular reason. Okay.
So now I guess the Java also has the same attributes, right?
Yeah, the same.
Okay. Okay.
90% these are similar, but some functionalities, whatever they are, that I'll show you in programming. While we enter into the programming, I'll definitely show you. So what is not available in Java, so that
Gotcha.
we can clearly get. So if you ask any Java people, so that they can tell clearly. So it's not available in our Java, so it is there in .NET. So you can observe that one. The same
Gotcha.
feature is there in Java also. That is also platform independent. Okay. Yeah. Now .NET is platform. Sorry, .NET is a framework, right? So it just runs the application. So now I have to run the application means I have to develop the application. So I need to develop the application means definitely I need one particular language, right? So without having the language, I can't run. I can't do anything. So I can't write any application. I can't write even single line of code. So then what language I have to use? So it just supports 61 programming languages. So Java supports only one particular language. It supports 61 programming languages. Your .NET. Okay. So if you observe this one, so these are the 9 programming languages developed by the Microsoft. Okay. So these are the 9 programming languages developed by Microsoft. So remaining, so total I said 61 programming languages, right? So remaining languages are developed by different companies. So those are also supported by our .NET. Even .NET is developed by Microsoft also. It supports other programming languages developed by other companies. So these are the 9 programming languages. So remaining programming languages, except the first one, the remaining languages are outdated. So currently we are not using all those things. Okay, some companies they are using VB.NET, so not even 10%. So all the companies they are using C#.NET only. So currently in this class, yeah.
So what about the PowerShell?
That is also language. Sorry.
Yeah, but I believe PowerShell is being widely used by most of the programmers now, right?
Yes, they are using. So how they are using means this other thing. So whenever the new application comes, they are using C Sharp. So once they have developed one particular thing in one particular language, so previously they have developed in one particular language, they don't move to the new language. If any new application comes, I said reusability is there, right? So already application is developed in particular one language. So now I want to add new application to that one. So I need to develop. So I can develop in new language, right? The same language I use.
I got you.
Yeah. So the same thing. So if any reusability, any enhancements are there in particular application, so some companies are going to stick to that particular language only. So they are 100% satisfied with one particular language, means they stick to that particular language. They don't move to other language. Or if any enhancement are there, so they use that language only. So if any new applications are there, so they are using C Sharp.net. The currently running market is C Sharp.net.
Got you.
Okay. Yeah. So in this class, we are learning about C Sharp.net. Okay. So, and finally, we'll see what is .NET architecture. So here, if you observe this diagram, so here with the help of .NET, what type of applications we can use means, so here you can observe this one, console, window, and web application. Okay. So these are the three type of applications we can develop. So now if they are using mobile applications also, they are developing mobile applications also, but not widely. That is not into 100% accuracy. So they are trying to bring that also into 100% accuracy, the mobile application also. So if they have developed 100% mobile applications into the .NET framework, so now we can also learn the mobile application, but it takes 2 to 3 years, I think. Okay, so they are testing all those applications. The environment they are testing, how to develop the mobile application. So they are developing the mobile application with the help of C# language, but not with the help of .NET framework. They are not using the framework. Okay, so if it has introduced, so we can learn that one also. So that is very much helpful. Okay, so here we can develop three type of applications: console application, Windows application, and web application. So these
So that's
three
one
we can.
question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between .NET and ASP.NET?
Yeah, I'll tell you what is .NET and ASP.NET. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here the first one, that is the console application. So it is entirely clearly like it doesn't have any UI. So you don't have any UI to that one. So it's just like a C programming language. So the same as C programming language, but having all the features of .NET framework. So means the reusability will be there and the security will be there. So everything will be there. Okay, so that is your console application. The same application, same as your C programming language, the same console application. So that is the first one. Okay, so with the help of C# language or any language, so other 61 programming language you can use here. The second one is Windows application. It is having the UI. So you can have the UI for your application. So everything you can use. So it is having UI. So some concepts are used into that one. So some advanced applications you can develop with the help of Windows application. Now web application, the same C# you can use. So no need to use learn any other technology. So the same you can use as same as language as your console application. You can use Windows also. Now comes to web application. Okay, so you can develop the web application. So all the websites you can develop. So everything. So whatever you are using in your internet, the applications you can develop with the help of your web application. But here you are using C# language only, but you have to use ASP.NET. Okay, ASP.NET is a technology, server side technology. So you have to develop one application, means one web application. Definitely you need to have server side technologies. Okay, so some technologies, any technology. So the best example of your technology, web application technology is HTML. That is a client side. Okay, so that is user friendly. So HTML is the best example of your technology. So we are having different HTML we are having, and HTML5 the new version is there. So different we are having like other right. So JavaScript is for scripting that particular thing, and jQuery is there. So Angular JS is there. So these are the different technologies. So for .NET we are using ASP.NET. So that is the technology. So .NET framework, .NET is a framework. So ASP.NET is a technology. So whatever the technology benefits are there, you are using into your .NET framework. Got the difference?
Yeah.
So it can, yeah, it just helps you to develop the application into your web environment. So that is ASP.NET. Okay. So that web environment advantage you are using in .NET framework. So if you want to develop the web application, additionally you have to learn ASP.NET technology. Okay. Clear this? Clear? Or any doubts?
I got it. No, I got it.
Yeah.
So that means for the do we have to know the technology of ASP.NET as well?
Yeah, I'll tell you in that. That one also
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so no need to learn anything specially. So whatever required for .NET applications, these three, I'll tell you in this class only. Okay.
Sounds good.
So and one more, we need the backend also, right? Means you definitely if you are developing anything, you need some background. The database also is required, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So something like the best example, we are using anything like if I'm having like Facebook account, if you have seen that Facebook account, so whatever I'm sending a message to one particular my friend, so how I'm going to store that particular message? So directly I can't send, right? So I have to store one particular location, store it particular location, store that particular list. So whatever I'm having the friends list, so when I log in with my name only, so I'm logging with my name, so how I'm getting only my friends list, not other friends list. So it is storing in particular database. So it is storing in one particular database, and from there, so who are there, my friends? The same list I'm getting. So the same message, whatever I'm having, the same message, the same post, whatever they are sharing. So that I'm getting. So how I'm getting means with the help of database. So if you want to store anything, you need to have the database. So for Windows application and web application, we use that particular databases. Okay. So the database we are using is SQL language. Okay, so we are having, I think you have the aware of that one. What is SQL means, or not the language? So you know the term, right? Oracle, SQL, DB2. Have you heard about those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that SQL also we'll see in this class.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds good.
So yeah. So any queries till now?
No questions so far.
Okay, fine. So I'll end of today. Okay. So from tomorrow also we can continue.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
What? I didn't get it.
Yeah, that sounds good.